All right. Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you about what Bryce's breakdown even is. So, I have made series in the past somewhat similar to this, probably a bit different. Like a long time ago, I made a series that had like the same, like the name of the series was something relative to what my username was at the time, and then another word relating kind of to it. So, I used to make like montages and different things like that. Then I did like a talking one, which was very similar to this, but I only made like 2 episodes of that. And then a lot of time has passed, and I was making a lot of different content, but it was mostly just for teams or one-on-one stuff. So I wanted to make a more general outlook on things. And I mean, the inspiration one is clearly right off the bat. What does the format look like? This is a lot of like talking head videos, so like slideshow, Harsha, and like the most prominent one is Thorin. Have all done very similar ones. Thorin's thoughts is the thing that I've probably watched the most of on YouTube of any series. I think I've watched every single one, to be honest. I think they're all great. I think having that much insight and being able to put it into words is really impressive. And I think basically why I'm making this or what this is basically I'm able to talk about different things. And so hopefully me putting them into a format, me forcing me to talk about things will make me like think about them more actively. It'll be able to make me put them into words better. It'll help me understand concepts better because I'll have to explain them. It'll force me to have to talk each day about the different things, so I'll have to be thinking about it if I want to make the video. So all in all, it's basically a decision of I want to be better at talking as well, so that will help me. I want to get my ideas across. I want people to be knowledgeable. There is a couple people who've messaged me who've wanted to know thoughts about me, who've wanted to ask questions, so hopefully I can address them. I have a lot of esports related thoughts because I watch so many different games. This has mostly been predominantly Overwatch, and because that's my main game, that's the one I focus on the most. But I did watch League for 6 years, maybe seven. I played for that long as well. Not at the highest level, but I definitely watched all the games in Korea. A lot of NAL, CS, a lot of EULCS, some China. The CS:GO, I've watched like every single major. I try to watch all the games in the majors because I feel like those are the most important games. I sometimes watch like the big 250K tournaments. I love watching Astralis, so different things like that. I'm not as much of an expert, but I definitely feel like I could give some insights to them because I've watched them so much. And then Overwatch, I've watched Overwatch since the very beginning. I've been playing at a top level. I can't even say like pro level because that's not fair to say for me, but I've been playing at a top level where I've scrimmed against other pro players, and so I feel like I can give a good insight as a player and then as an analyst and coach because I've watched so many games and then I've actively coached players who are now pros. So I feel like I can give good insight. I don't know if there's as many people who do this because I feel like all the people who did do it, so the people I mentioned, Slideshow, Harsha, they got jobs basically in esports, so working for teams, and so they don't have as much time to dedicate to making content, so they can't make things similar to this anymore. And so it's kind of worked as an outlet where I can watch it myself and I can like understand a concept and then I can explain it to other people. So hopefully other people can understand like concepts that are more difficult. So I've talked about like supports and different meta things in the past, and I'll cover more technical things in the future. Maybe spectating is something I can go over soon, but it's basically a medium to share my thoughts because sometimes writing isn't necessarily the best thing because it takes a lot longer to get a topic out. If I just want to like talk about something that day, then it's very easy for me to just turn on the webcam, start talking about it, and really get my thoughts across. So that's basically it. I didn't want it to be too comprehensive. That's basically just my idea of like a video series that I wanted to make, and I can like keep this going on for a while because I have a lot of topics to cover. Like I have a huge notebook with a ton of different topics that I want to cover, and there's always new things being put in there. So hopefully it'll be a long-term series. It can be consistent. It can be something to help me in the future also because it will improve my talking. Hopefully I can get thoughts across better. And so all in all, I think it's going to be good for me to continue working on the series.